Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to my world. My name is India. So if you are new here, welcome. This page is dedicated to my journey as a social worker. I am currently a student completing my BSW. I will be done with that in May and I will be jumping straight into grad school. And so this page is just dedicated, baby, to my journey as a social worker. Along the way, I hope you find some little tidbits, some little tools, some little nuggets, that you like or that you can use in your journey as a social worker, whether you are a student, an aspiring student, a social worker, like whatever, however I can help. I mean, this page is dedicated to, love and positivity. And if you are returning, welcome back, y'all. Like, for real, y'all showing out because we up to 23 people. So, I mean, y'all a little bit checking for your girl. I'm feeling really good about that. Like I always say, sometimes you can't really not celebrate the small stuff. Like celebrating the small stuff makes the big things so worth it. So like it's 23 of y'all. I'm celebrating around here like it's 2,300. And one day when 2,300 is up there, like I'm going to celebrate then too. So you got to just enjoy the small stuff. And I appreciate you guys because I mean, y'all could be subscribed to anybody else. But the fact that y'all keep coming back and checking in for your girl and y'all leaving me the nice little comments and stuff in the bottom, I don't know. It does something for me. Like, I feel like you guys, baby, get something from my videos. I get something when I see your likes and your comments. And because sometimes I don't know what the hell I'm doing or if it's even important. And when you guys comment and tell me that it is, I'll be like, okay, then. So anyway, guys, y'all already know I'm back with another field video. Like I said, today is Tuesday. I am working from home, as you could tell. We still a little snowed in. It hasn't snowed since I seen you guys last, which was Friday. But the ice and the snow combo, it still didn't melt. So like all up in my cul-de-sac. I mean, it might be like one house in the whole subdivision that's like has a clear driveway. But I mean, most people can't get it because it's ice. So everybody's just been like letting the sun do its thing. The roads are not bad though. So and just to follow up from last week, we did not go see Damon Wayans because Damon Wayans didn't make it. So, girl, I had put my clothes on and was just about to flat iron my hair, and my husband got a call from our friends that had invited us out, telling us that they rescheduled. So, I was like, you know what? Look at God. But anyway, guys, so I am, of course, working from home. I'm doing my home visits. First visit, mom rescheduled. I felt like that was going to happen only because I'm not in the office every day to be able to like send a reminder. So had I been working like this was my real job, I definitely would have sent like an email, might even followed up with a phone call just to make sure that mom remembered that we had scheduled this appointment. But again, guys, remember I told y'all boundaries. So boundaries was not me picking up that phone on my day off to check in about something happening on the day that I work. No, ma'am, it's just not going to happen. So I was a little salty, but I got to be okay with that because I'm not going to double work. I'm not going to work on the day that I'm off just to make sure that somebody remembers an appointment for another day that week. Like, it's just not going to happen. You either going to remember or you're not. And I got to be okay when you don't. So mom was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I completely forgot. I am at Kroger grocery shopping. Can we do it tomorrow? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Tomorrow I don't work. What about Thursday? She's like, yeah, that's fine. Do you have early? She's like, yeah, I can. Okay, 9 o'clock. Like, cause I do have other stuff scheduled, other people's schedule, and I have something to do also. So like I don't want to make a late appointment and then stretch my day out and then I end up beyond the hours that I'm supposed to work. Because one thing about me, I'm going to get everything done. If I work your case today, your notes and everything, they're going to be done today. So I have to put that in my routine so that I do not go outside of my boundaries. And what I mean by that is if I know it may take me an hour to write the documents the documentation, to put the documentation down on what happened during our meeting. And I mean, that might seem like a long time, but guys, I'm not familiar with their system. It's a couple of different things that I have to do. Like, I have to go and review, are they up to date? The children, are they up to date on physical forms? Are they up to date on dental appointments? Did they we have to do a family assessment? Did they ask for a need? Is there something I need to relay back to the team members, like the teachers, or stuff like that? And then I also have to go in and just fill out like what the conversation was like, what goals did we set. So I mean, an hour might seem like a long time, but it's really not, especially because your girl is just now getting her feet wet with this whole home visit situation. So with that being said, I don't want to schedule you for a 3:00 appointment knowing that my day ends at Headstart at 4 p.m. So essentially it would take an hour for me to do the home visit with you, because they're typically, some of them are about 30 to 40 minutes, but I have been on some where we went an hour and 15 minutes. So just say this takes an hour. Well, as soon as we're done, like, I don't have time to do my notes, which I know me, there's no way I'm going to not do the notes until the next day I'm back in the office. So I would break my own boundary and sit there and make sure that those notes are in, just because I don't want to mess anything up, first of all. Second of all, I don't want to forget, because if I don't meet with you until Thursday and I'm not back in the office till Tuesday, it's so much stuff that done been to happen in the meantime, in between time, and I'm not going to remember. So that's just, another word to the wise. Whatever you do, if you are, a student, if you are just now getting into an internship, this coming semester, in the fall, whatever that looks like set the time frame that works for you, if you can. I mean, some companies want you to show up, honey, and just be at their pace. They expect for you to do it all at the same time. Some places want you to document while you're talking, Some places don't. They feel like that's rude. So, I mean, go according to what your office says. I do have flexibility at Headstart, but like I said, practically, responsibly, like, honestly, there's no way I'm going to remember something the next day, especially over the course of multiple days. Like I said, if I'm done talking to you Thursday evening and I don't come back into Headstart until Tuesday, y'all know how much stuff could pop off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's too many days. So with that being said, I would rather block off 2 hours for home visits. So an hour roughly for us to talk, and then an hour for me to do notes before I even schedule my next home visit. And that's how my calendar looks. So I have a little bit of free time, just because Mom canceled, but I was still able to review the system and everything with such and such. Remember, she was going to model the first one for me, and then she was going to watch me do the second one, which I have in about an hour. But she, such and such, ended up having to go to her own dentist appointment. So she's like, are you going to be okay? Or, do you want to reschedule so I can watch you? And I'm like, no, you can just catch another one. Like, I'm fine. Because I honestly, guys, like, I'm one of those people, I got to get my feet wet. Like, I don't need you to hold my hand. I'm not somebody that's intimidated easily. Like, I mean, again, I do accounts receivable for work. And I talk to some rude people a lot. Like, I mean, a lot. And you still have to be, professional. You still can be polite but direct, so I understand how to handle myself on phone calls and stuff with people. And maybe I'd be a little bit more intimidated if I had to go by myself to somebody's house for the first time. But since I'm sitting in the comforts of my home and this person is on the other side of a computer screen, like, it's all good. And plus, I did put a star next to the people who were extremely nice when I initiated contact last week and introduced myself. And this lady got like 3 stars. She was super nice. The person that I have in an hour, so I'm not even worried about it. So anyway, I'm going to do that, then do my documentation, and that's pretty much going to end my day. I will pick you guys up on, I don't know, if something happens after this this next meeting that I'm about to do by myself, I'll definitely pop back in and tell you. But if not, I will pick you back up on Thursday, tell you how those things go, and then close out the week. I hope your week is off to a great start. You know, we always say we ask that no weapons formed against us shall prosper. Remember, guys, give yourself a little bit of grace. Whether you're a student, whether you are a worker, whether you are a parent, whatever it is, like, give yourself some grace. We all need a little grace. And, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. This too shall pass. Whatever you are going through, we're going to get through this, y'all. We're going to get through this together. I promise. But I will check back in. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday. And even though I do have on the same clothes, like, I promise this stuff got washed, I think Tuesday night, honestly. And it's just so lightweight, but then kind of warm, long sleeve. And then, like, you couldn't see my pants anyway. But I put them back on today. It's funny because I had on a different outfit yesterday. And then I pulled this back out. And I was like, put this on. So anyway, it may look to you like it's the same day because my hair is similar or whatever. I promise, though. I promise it's not. And I promise my clothes are clean. But anyway, same thing happened today. But the good thing is my people answered the phone. So I think when I left you on Tuesday, like, I had some people, excuse me, I had some people who forgot about our meetings and needed to reschedule, and some people who forgot about the meetings and honey and didn't even say nothing about rescheduling. So anywho, I was able to get 2 meetings done. The first one was with such and such. I told you guys she would model it for me, so that went well. And it was so funny because she actually, I ain't gonna say humbled herself. Like, she's not cocky. She's not a cocky person. She's just very proficient and matter of fact, and like, she talks like that. So anyway, she was just like, I have to apologize. Like, I'm not a morning person, and I feel like I stumbled, and I didn't ask this. And I was like, oh shoot, you killed it in my opinion, you know. But she was just like, I just didn't feel like I was on the ball or whatever. So it was kind of cool to kind of see her, like, not be, superwoman, or whatever. So just made me feel better about the day. And that's another tip, guys. I know I always be coming with these little nuggets and, little jewels here and there, but it's that, like I always say, give yourself some grace, right? Like, such and such is a very seasoned professional that does not run out of opinions when it comes to anything and anybody in this role, right? Like, she is just a vet. She knows what she's doing. She can probably do it in her sleep. Whatever you do, she's gonna have 12 suggestions for you to do it better. But today, like, she was off her game. And so I'm saying all that to say it happens. Like, she is a seasoned person who knows her job. And today she felt like she didn't do it as well as she could have. So imagine you being new in your role, or a year into your role, 2 years into your role. You're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. It happens to the best of us. The real job that I have currently, I've been doing it for, it'll be 16 years this September. And some days I just have a complete brain fog, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, and so then I have to, like, try to research, ways to do this protocol. Or I may just have to phone a friend, y'all, text my friend, call one of my friends, and, like, y'all, I know I do this a million times a day, but I truly cannot remember the process for this specific situation. What do I do? And then the minute they go to say, you like, that's it, I remember, it happens. So, don't try to be perfect. And I know that's easier said than done, because we want to show up and we want to show that, hey, we've been going to school, we've been learning, honey, we know what we're doing, and then we get in there and we mess up. And I feel like if you take the humble approach on being honest and saying, I don't understand that, can you re-explain that to me? Or let me model this for you, and can you give me suggestions? It's okay, with doing that. You guys are students or perhaps new into the profession, and so you have the space to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. And that's what I did today. Like, so something that I've went over 50,000 times with such and such, I'm just asked her again, like, hey, before I take this call by myself, can we just go over where I will put this note at? I know you showed me already. I know we just did this last week as a practice run, but now that I know such and such, or this patient, this mom is going to answer the phone and I am going to have to do this by myself, can you just run through that one more time? And such was more than happy to show me. And then when I got on the phone with mom, or the Zoom rather, I started off with thanking her for her time today. And then I also was like, I'm just going to thank you in advance for your patience with me as I may fumble through a few things, or forgive me if I ask you something that's already been clarified with another family service worker. I just took that opportunity to remind her, that I am an intern, and just a gentle reminder to give me a little bit of grace. And she was so nice, like, oh no, it's fine. Take your time, whatever you need. And then she started asking me, please be patient with me. My little one is here eating cereal. He doesn't start Headstart until 1. So, he was getting his morning started, getting his breakfast. So, we just both gave each other some grace. I mean, she had to stop in between the visit to pick Cheerios out of his nose. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to look at what the last family service worker set as a goal with her, and then come back okay, well, I see it's this. Oh, and then there was another thing. Guys, when they tell you about that documentation and making sure that the next person that comes behind you can read it, that is so legit and so serious. Y'all, it was so many acronyms in the last assessment. I was stuck, literally, and I reviewed everything before I called her. But I still had to ask, hey, I don't know what, I can't tell you the acronym, but just say, I don't know what doodah means. It says that you were going to reach out to doodah and, talk with them about such and such. And then she's like, oh, yeah, that's the Department of woo, 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 and I'm like, okay, duly noted. But I could not, some of those things in the notes, I didn't know. And so that was the prime example when you're in school and they're telling you, make sure that your notes are clear and they can be understandable by somebody that would have to come behind you and read them. Because although technically I do work for the organization that she left, and so they probably have their own set of acronyms and things that they're used to, I am new to this. So I don't know what doodah is. And that's just an example. It's not a real thing, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what chalk is. I don't know what ALP is. And when that's your whole documentation, it really made me struggle. And I probably asked her stuff that I really didn't need to ask because it was documented. I just didn't know what the hell it meant. So that's that. So sometimes, people try to abbreviate things just to keep it from being too wordy and whatever. But I kind of think in a professional context, you don't really want to do all that abbreviating. I know in the medical profession, a lot of abbreviations happen. But I don't know. I just feel like if something was to be subpoenaed, right? So just say even in the medical profession, everything is an acronym and the doctors know what it means, the nurses know what it means, the clinical staff knows what it means, everybody knows what it means, right? But then something happens and this record has to be subpoenaed for court. And you have to explain that. You might not be able to if you are explaining somebody else's note because of the acronym or the way it's transposed. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. I prefer to write it out. And it's a habit for me to even abbreviate stuff in my text messages. So I'm getting out of that habit with documentation. And even in my text messages, I'm getting out of the habit of, abbreviating tomorrow, abbreviating home, abbreviate call me. I know my daughter knows what it means if I say CLHM. She knows what that means. But if I text my mama that, she gonna be say what now? So I'm just trying to get out of that and just really type out my words just so everybody is clear on what we're saying. So anywho, that was just another little tidbit for today. But everything is going well. So my meeting went well. Mom did express concern because I had to ask about housing and safety and stuff. And she did express concern that her mother is the head of their household, meaning the mother the grandma essentially of the child that is in Head Start pays for everything for the child that's in Head Start and her mother, which is the grandmother's daughter. So grandma is responsible for her daughter and her grandchild. Grandma got COVID, missed work for like 3 weeks, and kind of fell behind on the rent. And they were able to get help through a local agency. But because, you know, everything is backed up, the agency has not been able to remit payment to the management team at where they live at. And they got hit with the eviction notice. And she was just not necessarily devastated. She was just more like confused, like, wow, like we've lived here for 4 years. We upkeep the property. We always get compliments on how well we manage, you know, our lawn and, you know, the flowers that we plant and the way we keep our house in stellar condition. Like, I guess, you know, the housing people come and do inspections and stuff, and they get so many compliments. She was like, in the 4 years that we've lived here, only one time have we ever been late on the rent. Grandma got paid, just say like on the 6th, and rent was due on the 5th. And so she's like, we went to the rental office in advance and said, hey, you know, this check is coming on the 6th. And they just said, okay, we'll just include $30 late fee, you know, wouldn't be a big deal. And that was that. But in this case, you know, even though they have documentation saying that they have been approved for this help, these people hit them with an eviction. So they have court on the 22nd. And, you know, I told her make sure she takes all her documentation and, you know, everything. And I will follow up with her like my next day that I'm scheduled to work, just to make sure and see how that goes. That was just kind of sad, but those are the situations that we deal with, that our clients deal with. And so we just have to be prepared, you know, for that. Because the way I'm set up, like me personally, you know, I want to be like, dang, how much is the rent? Not that I'm balling like that, but like, I don't want anybody to get evicted. And so that is where we have to learn how to separate who we are as a person with our profession. You know, if y'all heard that beep, that's such and such with another suggestion on a note and how I can improve it. So anyway, guys, let me go ahead, hop off of here, update this note, child, before I have my next meeting, which such and such is actually going to join that meeting and shadow me and give me more suggestions. So I hope your week went well. I thank you again for tuning in. I hope this video wasn't too boring. I don't know. Like I say, talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Tell me what you guys think. And we got a whole nother subscriber. So y'all just showing up and showing out, y'all, this week. Like, girl, we about to be like at 50 by the time April come. Like, I don't know. Woo woo. But anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Let's see what we have planned. Oh, this weekend is Super Bowl weekend. Oh, let me show y'all these little Crocs, because you know your girl is super creative. And so I've been making like Crocs and stuff for people, like decorative Crocs for sororities and stuff like that. And so my coworker asked for some Bengals Crocs. And so I did those for her. They're just sitting here waiting to dry. I also made some socks for one of my friend's sons. She asked for some Bengal socks. So we got Chase and we got Burrow on the socks. So anyway, guys, we got Super Bowl this weekend. We're gonna go up to where my daughter works, which is like a little, it's almost like a Dave and Buster's. And so we're just gonna sit up there, watch the game at the bar with some of our friends. And I'm gonna take a cake because, y'all, my baby is turning 16. Her birthday is Valentine's Day, so they don't work on Mondays. The building is closed. So I'm just gonna take the cake and stuff up there Sunday so she can kind of celebrate with her coworkers. Monday we'll be going to dinner to celebrate her birthday with her friends. And then that weekend, well, I have class this weekend, so that's why we're not doing the big celebration this weekend, because I have a Saturday class. But next weekend, we'll be taking her and a couple of her friends up to Columbus. And so we got an Airbnb and stuff up there, and we gonna turn up, you know, for the 16th birthday. Woo woo. So anyway, guys, hope your weekend goes good. I hope the Bengals win. maybe by next time I pick up this phone and talk to y'all, you know, we will be some Super Bowl champions. So, all right, y'all. Peace, love, and prosperity. I'll catch y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe.